Sand dunes may be our biggest tourist draw in the San Luis Valley, but it's not our only tourist draw. We do have another place out here that does attract visitors from all over the state. See, a long while ago, there used to be a tilapia farm. And this tilapia farm had a problem. They had all this excess tilapia waste, and they needed something to do with it. So, since they had natural hot springs there that stay really warm year-round regardless of temperature, they bought some alligators. Eventually, the alligators brought in more tourists and money than the tilapia farm. So it became the Colorado Alligator Farm. Now, I did have plans to shoot some other stuff today, but Mother Nature decided to not really play nice. You're supposed to see mountains in front of me, like taking up most of the skyline there, but instead it has been replaced by sand. Now, the alligator farm doesn't just have alligators anymore. It's kind of become a reptile preserve and almost more of a zoo. And some of you may have actually seen a picture of it during the last eclipse, because Mr. Young there at the alligator farm kind of went viral with a little picture he had of him and the alligator during the eclipse. I can't see shit. I can't see shit at all. There's even a rather famous resident of the Colorado Gator Farms. And I'll introduce you to him when we get there.
This place is home to something unique too. There are about 200 albino alligators in the world, and this place has 2 of them. Say hello to Mr. Bo Mangles and Elvira. Excuse me, I misspoke. They have 3 albino alligators here. That means this place has like, what, 6% of the world's albino alligators? This one ain't an alligator. This is a spectacled caiman. This guy's been here for a couple decades at this point. These guys are sulcata tortoises. They can get to be 100 years old and weigh 200 pounds. So these are actually pretty small guys, but be wary walking through the door into here because some people just like to get in the way. You hungry here, buddy? Anything? Going? There we go. Nom noms. So now someone's realized I have food, and now he's all like, let me come over here and what are you doing to my boot? It's not edible. This is edible. Have that. There you go. Nom nom. Not only are there crocs here, but you can come into the back greenhouse and see a few other animals roaming around. They still raise tilapia here. So any of these that die before they're harvested just go to the gators, and as they tell you here, do not put your hand in these. Tilapia do like to bite. Not only can they bite, but they have spines along the top of them, so if you try to grab one, you get stabbed. So they just have different ways to hurt you. Some days, you just have no fucks to give. Start to get the sense that everything here is just waiting to bite you. Hold on a second. Hey, bud, I'm gonna get you in shot. Are you gonna be cool with that, or are you gonna be all pissy? I know you're kind. So don't ask me why. Oh, now he's just showing off his butt. There his head is. My dad owned one of these. These are emus. He also owned 5 ostriches. Don't ask me why. I don't know. All I can tell you is if these birds decide you're gonna have a bad day, you're gonna have a bad day. The bane of Australia. I know people like to make fun of Australia for losing to these things, but there's a reason. As I've learned when my dad would have me feed the emu and ostriches, they can be assholes, and there ain't much of shit you can do about it. I don't even think these guys are part of the whole place. I just think they're like, dude, we're not going anywhere. Just remember, the odds of being killed by a duck are never 0. Oh look, they have jokes. Just look at that pile of nope. Even more danger logs. So when all these guys are eventually big enough, they will then join their brethren over in these ponds. These guys are about the only ones here that are enjoying this windy day. And say hello to one of the original alligators that doesn't want to show its face right now. This is Boom. She was originally hatched back when they brought the alligators here, so she is one of the longest residents of the Colorado. Ooh, there she goes. She's one of the longest residents. She knew I was talking about her. Here she comes. Now she wants her time in shot. Either that or I'm really fat and she's really hungry. I think she's hungry. Let's feed her. Let's eat the treats and not me. I know I have fat legs, but they are not as tasty as you think they are. I am very glad there is a chain link fence between me and her, though I don't think it's going to do much. Yeah, she thinks I'm tasty. Fuck me. She's like actually following me around at this point. So glad there's a fence here. That big chunky boy right there is Elvis. He's another one of the original alligators here. Some days, you just feel lazy. I bet you can't tell there's a giant-ass gator right there. So, this place actually has a resident movie star in it. You may have seen this alligator before. Say hello to Morris, the alligator from Happy Gilmore. Morris retired here back in 2006, but he did have some movie credits to his name. I believe he showed up in like Coach. Steve Irwin used him on the Jay Leno show, but now he just resides here in these hot springs without a fuck to give. Now, Morris ain't the only famous alligator here. Say hello to Freeway, the lubriderm alligator. Oh look, the Nile crocs actually came out to play. Are you still wanting to eat me, or are you just generally hungry? Yep, nope, we're hungry. Let's feed her so she doesn't chomp my leg. You know what? I think we got off to a rough start, but Boom has become my favorite. Well, I still got half a bucket of food, so let's feed some of these gators before we head out. It's important to note that if you're trying to feed them and buy some feed for it, make sure you throw it in the water and that it makes a splash, because if it lands on land, they're not going to react to it. Look at all those hungry danger logs. Now we got a feeding frenzy going on. So, if you're venturing through southern Colorado and the San Luis Valley, why not check out the alligator farm? Good way to kill some time and see some cool gators. I honestly was going to get a picture with one today, but it's just a tad too windy. So if you're going to visit, I recommend coming on a less windy day. But hey, I can kind of see the mountains again.